Hi, everybody. Welcome to We Didn't Ask for This podcast. I am your co-host, Markeith Black, and this is my other co-host, Jack.
Hello, everybody, aka Sinister Sheep.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
we
that's
are
us.
shared hosts here. We'll be switching back and
Yes,
forth, but
we're a communion.
but
We
yeah,
we
we're
give.
this is democracy. Okay,
Yeah, sure. Let's go with
this
that.
is capitalism.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
We're not some socialist Twitch streamer. No, I
Yes.
like Hassan. I like Hassan. But he's kind of a dick.
Oh, okay. Word. I did not know who we were talking about. I'm not that keen into the Twitch realm.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm just into like the politics, like different type of like political YouTubers and stuff like that. And Hassan's like, I think he's a top Twitch streamer now, and all he does is just be like, just bans people from his chat and then talks about uh, how stupid the right is and all that fun jazz.
I mean, in some cases they are stupid. I
Yeah,
mean, but like,
the left
I
is
mean,
more.
also left is also stupid too.
Yeah,
I think it's safe to say that we're all stupid sometimes.
yeah.
Matter of fact,
He's one of those though that's just like, Dave Chappelle's new special wasn't that funny, and I'm like, no, it was funny. You just got butthurt by it. um, but anyway, let's not get into the politician because what are we talking about today,
um,
Markeith?
we actually do have something we are going to be discussing that follows at least one of the goats of hip hop. But I just want to take a leisure just for a minute. How's your day, Jack?
Actually, I'll just tell you something that just happened 5 minutes ago. So I have a turtle. His name's Flash. Maybe I'll put a picture of him right here. Um, and so when I have to fill up his tank or whatever with water, I'll put him in this
Mm-hmm.
hamster ball, and he can just run around on the floor. He fucking loves it, or I think he does. I don't know for sure, but I don't want him to get stuck or whatever, so I just put him in the hamster ball. And I can't find the fucking hamster ball. Like, I'm like, who the fuck moved the hamster ball? Because it's not in the bathroom. I looked in the basement. I looked in the kitchen. I looked in my mom's bathroom. I looked downstairs. I literally looked everywhere. Then I text my sister, and she said, "Oh yeah, we got a hamster for our dorm room. My sister's off in college. I forgot to tell you, um, because I forgot you would need it." I'm like, what other use do I have for the hamster ball? What other possible use could I've had for a hamster ball besides the turtle? Like, so now we're my mom is gonna try to buy one, and they're $30, and it's like she's like, your sister's
For a
gonna be paying
fucking
for this.
hamster ball?
Yeah, it's like the one of the clear ones. Well, because you have to.
Oh, okay. Oh, a hamster. I don't
Yeah.
know why I was thinking this whole time that it was a ball for a hamster.
No, no,
So,
no. Like a little.
so it's like a little ass
No, no, no,
like ball that you just nose with the hamster.
no,
But and then
no.
I was also thinking on top of that,
Mm-hmm.
how the fuck is a turtle going to
It's
have fun
gonna
with
be
that?
inside. Yeah.
Does it use it like for
We
stress therapy?
we actually had like little Mickey Mouses or whatever, like statues. Like, you know how you could put statues in like your fish tank, turtle tank, but he just like
Yeah.
ripped off Mickey Mouse's head. So we were like, all right, you know what, this is a little morbid. So
Yeah.
he literally just has like a little dock and then the little
Ha- have
water
you
filter thingy.
have you tried finding him other gods to believe in? Because it looked like the Disney route
Yeah,
didn't
no,
fall
he
through.
is not a Disney guy for sure.
You should try to see if he's into Greek mythology. Put some Zeus statues in there.
Well, I
See
think
if he
Poseidon would probably be more fitting
why.
because he's the god of the ocean.
Well, he's literally like the Aquaman of Greek gods then, which is kind
Which
of
would make sense
meh.
because
But
turtle
Aquaman's
water.
lame. He
I
was the
didn't
first
say
god.
Aquaman. I said Poseidon.
He was like the first god to die in God of War 3. So it was like, wait,
God of
right?
War 3 is not. I mean, it's they're more extreme versions of themselves. Um,
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if extreme or not. He still got his neck snapped and just eyes gouged out and
Also,
just fucked over.
so if you guys don't know, I read quite a bit. Uh, I
Oh
just
shit.
finished Mythos from Stephen Fry. Um, and like it's basically a retelling of all the Greek myths. And I didn't know this, but apparently Aphrodite, the goddess of love,
Mm-hmm.
she was birthed from um, oh, what's his name? The Titan. Kronos, is that his name?
Aaron?
No, no, no. Kronos. Yep, yep. Not Aaron.
Aaron Yeager?
No, not Aaron. No. So like Zeus cut off his daddy's dick, basically, and discarded it into the
Yeah.
ocean. And where that landed, semen came out of that, and that's what created Aphrodite, apparently.
Um uh
And like the
there's
Kronos stick is like a Greek island or something like that. Like
that's a lot to unpack there.
and like
No pun intended.
the art
Um
the artist's portrayal of like Aphrodite on the clam, and she's like covering her clam and her breasts. Like that's like directly after like that artist like
so out
directly
of
after, yeah.
out of curiosity, so like, basically Kronos is the daddy
Hmm.
and the sea and the mom is the sea,
No, the mom is Gaia, which is Earth.
but she's also part of the sea, or like the
uh
sea is like her pussy.
no I no I think there's another Titan that's, I think it's something with an N, I forget, but because there's sky, earth, sea, and something else. But like basically, this whole fight got into because Kronos banged Gaia, and then Gaia birthed Cyclopses, and he's like, "Oh, those fuckers are ugly." So then he like quote
But they're
unquote
not mine.
he shoved them back inside of her. And Stephen Fry is very vague about it. He's like, "Oh, this could be interpreted in different ways, but we're just gonna say he shoved him in a cave or something like that." He's like, "We're not
So
even gonna touch on
so
what
even
that
after
implies."
birth, Kronos was like, abortion is still an option.
Exactly. And then,
Would
so,
you?
long story short, he because Kronos killed his daddy, and his daddy was all like, I think he was this guy. He's like, "Oh, your kid is gonna kill you next." So then, when Kronos banged this other Titan, she gave birth to 5 children, and he ate all those 5 children. The sixth child, Zeus, um, the wife of Kronos, like replaced him with a rock. So like Kronos thought he was eating Zeus, but actually he ate a rock. And he's like, "Oh, I just ate all the babies." Da 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 da. And then like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of shit." And then Zeus cut off his pecker. And he's like, "Take that, Kronos, you bitch." And
All right, so
yeah.
there's a lot more to Greek mythology that I need to discover because wow, okay,
Mythos
Kronos
is
is
really good. It's a very simplified, because a lot of the times, like I'm really into mythology and stuff, and a lot of times, like with some books, they're very wordy and very on academic. But Stephen Fry, like it's pretty much like very simplified and like an actual narrative, whereas like a lot of other mythology books are just very like told from like an academics standpoint, whereas like Stephen Fry has an actual narrative, but then pokes in and out, just being cheeky and all that. But yeah,
Mhm. Right, like the whole Kronos dick in the sea, like that was already enough, and now it got like reverse abortion, like I mean Zeus daddy issues or just issues in general. It was already
yeah.
um like normalized, but like what
If you
God.
actually have Prime, and you download like a Kindle app, like they have free books on Prime, and that's one of them. So I didn't even have to pay for it because I have a Prime account, so I just downloaded it for free. Um,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a really solid read. I like it a lot. He has like three of them. The other two aren't free, but it goes Mythos, Heroes, which is about like Perseus and Hercules, and then Troy, which is all about Troy. But
I'm
minus the Brad Pitt.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of afraid of like because if there is that many layers into Greek mythology, God knows what the fuck Norse mythology is like type of shit gonna be
There's
on.
actually an amazing book. I have it as audio book, but by Neil Gaiman. He's a very popular author. He wrote
Gay
Sandman
man,
and stuff like that. What?
gay man.
No, like Gain, like Gain.
Oh, okay. So
Gaiman.
he's in the gym. He's in the gym all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah, yeah. Super buff. No, he
trying to get
looks
that
he
Thor
looks like a
body.
knockoff version of Tim Burton. But regardless, he wrote a book called Norse Mythology where he does the same thing as Stephen Fry. Although I think his came out first. I don't remember, but it's all about the North mythology, guys. And Loki is pretty gender goddamn fluid, to say the least. Like I think I told you about the story where he turned himself into a horse in order to mate with like the strongest horse, North mythology. Like the like
The strongest horse.
yeah, like the strongest horse. It was like something like a six-legged horse or whatever that Odin adored, and then Loki turned himself into a female horse and had that horse fuck him.
Wait, whoa,
then
whoa, whoa, whoa,
he
whoa, whoa. Okay, so that answered my question.
yeah, and then he got impregnated, gave birth to an eight-legged horse, and then gifted that to Odin.
eight.
Loosely, I'm very cliff noting. Like, there's a whole story behind it, but that's the
No,
cliff
no.
notes.
My thing is, what's a eight horse like? How spaced out is this going to be? Is this shit
I,
fucking long?
it's Norse mythology, so they were probably like, "What is better than six-legged horse? Add two more legs."
Yeah, but it's like, is the horse longer now? Is what I'm saying. Is it like, because if you think about like a normal horse
Hmm.
with eight legs, well, that no, that shit is limping. All
Yeah,
right, like they ain't doing shit. Like a hell, a horse on six legs too. Like if you kind of think about the five legs thing right now, and it's kind of like in the inner chest area, and it's still just galloping and shit. Like it's gonna trip a few times because like how the fuck you gonna get that footing in? All right, like five legs, six leg, eight leg. You guys are these fucking Norse guys are stupid.
yeah.
Like
Speaking of horse faces, how about Nate from Euphoria?
hey, hey, hey.
It's for
He is
horses.
beautiful.
See
He
what I did
he
there?
is a beautiful Australian man. All
He
right.
it is he Australian or British? I forget.
Yes.
Yes to both.
Australian. He got. I
Don't
might.
stop. No.
What's wrong with my accent?
So
What's
what are your thoughts about
Euphoria?
Euphoria?
Yo, it
I
had
think season one was way better, like
really.
story and dialogue wise. Oh, absolutely. I felt like this season really jumped the fucking shark.
What's it called? For me, at least, like the first half of season four was like it was obviously like a slow burn build up.
Season
Like
four.
and no season four, my dumbass. Season two,
You taking
season two.
Attack on Titan, you dumb bitch.
We can talk about that later because
Uh,
that's another thing. But yeah, season two, part one was kind of like a.
there's no parts to it, you dumb
I
bitch.
know there's now a part to it, but I'm just saying the first four episodes, which is basically part
Uh
one,
huh.
right, was kind of like a slow burn in this shit. Like I wasn't really amused by it. Like it was kind of like building up to like each person's like character arc in a way, or at
Hmm.
least the important people where who they really want to focus on in the second season.
Yep.
Um, it was kind of like a build up to that shit, and then like the second part of it, right, where it starts off with like rules, like fucking drug fender bender,
That
like
was my
that.
favorite episode. I love that
hmm
episode.
it for me it just kind of like like actually put shit into gear.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think my huge negative complaint obviously about season two was All right, yeah, it was like the first four like episodes was just like slow. It was like sometimes it kind of felt pointless into a way. Like why am I even watching this? Like if the four episodes are like this, because you kind of think about it, this is only an 8 episode show.
Yeah.
So like there's only like you really want to kind of like dive in like each episode
Hmm.
rather than this one was like okay, the first half was like poor while the second half was kind of like to me at least phenomenal in a way.
I don't know. I
Uh
just felt like it really like jumped the shark with like the Fez storyline and stuff like that. Like that seemed like really
yeah.
out of place for Euphoria. Like I I even someone beat me to the punch to it and you got on my case about it. But like early on in my YouTube channel, I was developing this video on like why Euphoria is better than 13 Reasons Why. One of my main reasons is because it's realistic and it doesn't like over fantasize or over like it takes subject matter really seriously, whereas 13 Reasons
Hmm.
Why makes it like a novelty or a gimmick or whatever, like, oh, we're gonna have a school shooting this year kind of thing. Whereas Euphoria took it more seriously. But then you have this play which no school on the face of planet Earth would ever put on. It was cool, I get it, but that kind of stuff kind of drew me out of it. And like all of a sudden, we're turning into like fucking Quentin Tarantino with Fez's storyline and stuff like that. And apparently, Fez was supposed to die, but they changed the script last minute to have Ashtray die.
What?
Yeah, it's been trending on
See,
Twitter or
now
whatever.
that makes more sense
Yeah.
because that at least in that scenario that little kind of makes more sense because with like Astray's character, I was kind of like hoping for him to develop more and just kind of like have be I guess I want to say a little more human in a
Mm-hmm.
sense because and I know remember Sean C was talking about this too on his when he was watching it. We only kind of really see just like one side of the drug dealer thing. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's kind of like a typical drug dealer story, really.
Mm-hmm.
In Fez's case, it was like, well, season two, mind you, like in Fez's case, he's like, this person really should he really be here because he was brought into this life and he sees Ashtray here and then what's it called? He finds love and he's like, oh, he might go out of it. But then after this incident, now he's cemented in it. And
Mm-hmm.
he was even in hell, even if he died, it still would have been like the look here, you're too young for this, you can't do this shit, like you gotta go now.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then again they do like another like unexpected with Ashtray dying instead like no like I'm just gonna like go gun ho
Well,
crazy in this.
it wouldn't have like so much jumped the shark for me if like it had been as simple like Fez just says, "Oh, I did it" to the cops, and then they arrest him. Like that
Right.
would have been fine, but then they had to have this whole shootout scene, and I was just
Hmm.
like, it kind of took me out of it. I'm like, what are we doing here? I mean, it was cool, I guess. I don't know. Um, but they did kind of set it up where like Ashtray was more violent, like with Fez's flashback scenes and stuff like that. Like he's not Fez, he's more um, Ashtray. That is more like trigger happy. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I really like the part of this season that was great was Rue's subplot was really
Right.
really amazing. Like even like just the harshness that the harsh words she gave to her sponsor. Remember when he's like, "What's in the suitcase, Rue?" And then she starts saying like, "Oh, how's it feel that your daughter doesn't like you because you're a druggie or whatever?"
Hmm.
Um, and then like even the hardest one was like, I think it was the episode right after she goes crazy and starts running around. But when
Hmm.
her mom is just like, "If I have to choose between one of my two children, I'm choosing your sister. You're out of my
Yeah,
house."
that was I believe that was like after the episode. That was like
Yeah,
either episode that was either episode seven or episode six, one of the two.
yeah, I think so.
It was yeah, when I know exactly. I remember the scene you're talking about. I just don't remember exactly what episode it
Yeah,
was.
I mean it's harsh,
Oh.
but at the same time, you can't really blame the mom because like Rue has done this shit all the
Hmm.
fucking time, and she was lying, and I mean, we saw clearly like she would go through like in that one episode, she would get really angry, and then all of a sudden she would get really apologetic and sad, and it would just be this back and forth. Um,
Yeah, not like yeah. Yeah, now I'm kind of second thinking about my thoughts on the season because I
mhm.
do like season one was definitely way more grounded. But I think
Yes.
regardless of what happened in season two, Zendaya should get an Emmy. Like I don't
Oh, she's gonna. There's no way she's not. I
like who
mean,
the fuck are we giving it to? The marvelous Miss Maisel, Emily and Perry. Like well, there's three fucking seasons, or I think there's going to be three seasons of her in Paris. What the fuck she's staying there for? Like
and there's
leave.
not even any in Paris.
What oh wait, actually, there's no niggas in Paris.
I don't know. I've never seen the show. I was just trying to.
I have
Who
not
was in
seen
Paris?
like to be fair, I don't think I've seen any show. Well, no. There might have been another show I've seen that like they would have because who else would be nominated for Best Actress? Like
I have no idea. I don't really pay attention to the Emmys. All I know is Zendaya is definitely getting it. You know who was fucking stupid and who I hated in this season and a little bit
who?
last season was fucking Cat. Like
Yo, my God,
the
Cat
way
is the fucking
she
worst.
reminds me so much of my ex that I want to throw her out the window. Like like all I see in her is my ex, and I'm like, you're just such a stupid. I can't. It's a public. This is going in public. I can't say it, but yeah,
Yeah, calm it down there,
yeah, yeah.
like
Like he was just like, you have brain damage. Like, can you just be honest with me? And she's like, what? Like, you're the asshole. And it's like, oh, I know people like you.
just
Oh, like there's no
I
no redemption for her. I can't
I
see
was
it.
I was applauding Ethan because like he already saw right through Cat's bullshit. It was like
Yeah.
you're trying to gaslight me. Oh my God, no, I'm not. Why are you gaslighting me? He was like, no, you're literally trying to gaslight me,
Yeah.
and then saying that you're gaslighted because you think I'm gaslighting you, but that's not the case right now. Like he just pulled like a fucking 1,000 IQ move, like bitch. Like don't try to fuck with him. Like you ain't going to.
You ain't
Like.
like yocking me. I saw Death Note. I know where this is going.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like fuck off.
Yeah, I don't know. Cassie's and Maddie's plot were kind of interesting. Um, Nate was less of a dick this season, but still
Yeah,
kind of a dick. I mean, Cal's storyline was really interesting. I was not expecting them to go that deep into Cal's backstory. Nate's dad, and when he says, "You are my like," what's he say? Like, "You are my worst
biggest
mistake,
regret.
biggest regret."
Like,
That's it.
hmm
Or where
he's
he
like
just totally roasts the other brother, like
the
you're
whole
watching,
family.
you're watching bukkake porn. What is wrong with you? Like he just fucking. Yeah,
Yeah, nah, like fucking
I will say the cinematography is great because
oh yeah, oh like always.
early on in the season they were like, yeah, we're like when they did the flashing scenes or whatever, like yeah, we kind of want this to be like a play kind of, and then like at the end of the season it's an actual fucking play. So like they were giving us that info way in the beginning, like
Mhm.
that shit's awesome. Look, cinematography and lighting Euphoria will always be amazing. That's
Right.
and they
Yeah.
shot an actual film, and you can clearly see that they
Yeah,
did.
the technical aspects of Euphoria I think are really like stunning. I mean, that goes with like hell, fuck it. Even stunning for like some of the like HBO shows in general.
Hmm.
Like it really does like fuck around and has like all like really great stylistic lighting,
Yeah,
or like visual or yeah, like just non-reality type lighting that just like is just so like so visually appealing
hmm
to the eye. Like it's cinematic porn.
yeah,
I
just
mean, on top of that, it is just kind of porn in a little bit of sense too, if you think about it.
it is, and I like how they. like kind of took the criticism of, oh, you're kind of romanticizing drugs, and they just had a whole Rue episode
Yeah,
just not
that's it.
romanticizing it at all. Like
That,
Zendaya looks like dog shit in that, on purpose, obviously, but like she
no,
just
she's
looks like
always
she's through the
beautiful.
ring. Oh, I mean, she's still beautiful even if she's
She's
drugged out,
always,
but
she's always
damn.
like, f- fuck you, Tom, but also
when
call me
Cat
too.
is a, I think I keep confusing Maddie and Cassie. When Cassie's like, "You just gotta take it one day at a time," and she's like, "Hey Cassie,
Hey, Cass,
how long have you
did you
and Nate been
fuck?
fucking?" And with Maddie, like, I see so many TikToks where like people take like pink clips pretending to be
Mm-hmm.
Maddie's nails, or like someone did like jewel pods on each of their fingers. Like, you dumb fucking bitch.
How long have you been fucking Nate, Cassie?
With the
Open the fucking door, Nate.
they literally did a side by side, literally when she's banging on the door when Nate and Cassie are fucking, and then in the second to last episode when Cassie hides in her bathroom again, another
Mhm.
bathroom, and she's banging on the door the same way. Like so many drawbacks just visually. It's just like
Yes.
you can't deny the attention to detail, and the direction is great. Sam
Levinson.
Levinson is really good. Um, really good director. Really understands the characters, and so does Zendaya, since she's like executive producer and stuff like that.
Oh, don't forget my boy Drake.
Yep, and Kevin Abstract actually has a, I think, consultant or additional producer.
Consult. He wasn't a consultant. He was just like staring at Jacob Elordi the whole damn
Yeah,
day.
or Dominic or Dominic Fire,
Or
which
Don.
yeah,
He was giving Jacob and Angus his cloud like, hey, I got a music video coming up soon. You should probably come by
hmm
shirtless. Matter of fact, just drop the pants too while you're at it.
yeah. But I mean,
Want to make out?
overall though, I think Euphoria season 2 is still good. To I would still give it like an 8 um,
Mhm.
out of 10. It just definitely like the first season was 10 for me. Like that was perfect, very grounded, very real. This one definitely jumps the shark a little bit, but still quality filmmaking, still very cool, and actually shot on film, which
Mhm.
god damn, it looks so good. I miss the look of film. I'm such a film nerd, I know.
What's it called? You could. I'm not exactly sure if it's filmed on film, but it looked like it did.
hmm
Atlanta season two. Uh,
Yeah, I gotta catch up on
ha-
Atlanta.
has kind of like that. Some. Yeah, oh yeah, now season three. In 3 weeks. So yeah,
I could
yo,
catch up. What is
definitely.
it? 14 episodes. I could catch up.
I think overall probably maybe 24, if I'm not mistaken. Something
Yeah,
like
I could
that.
catch up. I could catch up like you did on Attack on Titan.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fuck it. I guess we are. I guess we're talking about that now.
No, 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 no. We're actually. I'm actually. Me and Peter are saving up a podcast which you will be
You
on at gunpoint, where we're just gonna talk about all of Attack on Titan. So I'm saving all my thoughts till then.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm about to say, should I make a special appearance now? Now that I'm all wait, are you going just full on manga with it, or like,
I
are
no.
you?
We're gonna wait till like the show ends.
Oh, so a
Yeah,
while from now.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a while, but I mean, we only have like what 5 more episodes or some shit. I don't even know.
Well, you said wait, didn't you say they were making a movie too? Like to
I
like
said they
tie in?
might, but like looking at the episode count, I now I think they probably do have time to wrap everything up. Looking where they're
Damn,
at now, but
it's been a long journey,
yeah,
a long 11 days journey.
I can't believe you binged that whole thing. Oh my god, you crazy.
Shut the fuck up! You said you weren't gonna shame me anymore.
Whatever, I'm cutting this part of the podcast. Fuck you. Uh,
Mm.
anyways, what
All
what
right.
what do you think about Euphoria? Your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, yeah, so yeah, kind of just second thinking it again. Season one was definitely a lot better,
hmm
grounded in a sense. I still am a huge fan of like like the second part
hmm
of season two. Like if it was like if the first part like just had like the same momentum and
Yeah.
weight to it, I would have definitely rated it a lot higher.
Hmm.
Um, but like just like the last four episodes of that were just like fucking like that. Like I said, the Rue episode is probably like one of my like favorite episodes,
Yeah.
probably in the TV show.
Yep. Yep.
Mm,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't do like that ranking type shit. But if I guess like 8.5, I would say like something like that.
Word.
Mm, yeah. All right, but now on to the weight of this podcast. We are going to be ranking our favorite Kanye albums. Now, here are the rules. We're including only his solo albums. So no Kids See Ghosts, no Watch the Throne, no Good Summer collaboration,
Yeah.
nothing
Honestly,
like that.
I only wanted to do the collab works because like Kids See Ghost for me is like third place, but like fair enough. Fair enough.
Hmm.
I love
Yeah,
that record.
yeah, nah, that's good.
Watch the Throne is.
I
Uh,
yeah, I know that like everyone that what makes Kanye's albums interesting is that everyone's like rankings are different. There is
I
no,
feel like there's only going to be one, and we joked about it a little bit earlier. There's only
oh
going to
yeah,
be
nah, nah.
one that's
There's a
consistent. Like I'd
yeah,
be
there's only one that is
shocked
consistent.
if
Um,
if
yeah,
we matched up at all.
right. Yeah, nah, there's usually that one's consistent in everyone's ranking, but like and after that though, like it's all random. Like it's kind of like the LeBron Jordan debate type shit. Like there's no solidified ranking or so. Like
Hmm.
everyone has a different ranking.
And it's
Um,
cool too because he varies so much in sound that like
mhm.
you know I mean you'll definitely see my favorite era of Kanye with my list kind of all simultaneously. But like, yeah, there's different eras of Kanye that people fuck with and stuff like that. I spent the past couple days just going through my favorites and the ones that I didn't like so much to see if I would like better. Um, but I don't think there's like a lower than like I think the even the worst Kanye album is like A tier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
Like
facts.
most of the stuff is S tier. Besides, we'll get into the 10th one. Like I
Mhm.
don't like that one at all. But I do want
Okay.
to report actually from the Donda 2 live stream. I just got this bit of news. The microphone that Kanye did throw, he's in hospital now. He's fine. He's slowly recovering. Thoughts and prayers to him and his family. Thoughts and prayers to the fucking sound engineers who all got fired. I mean,
No, fuck them niggas. Fuck all of
to be
them.
fair,
Nah.
to be
To be fair,
fair,
what?
he announced that shit way sooner than they probably could have even remotely prepared. Like, it's a shocker that they were prepared with the amount of time they gave him.
No, it's Kanye fucking West. All right. If Kanye wants you to sound check in 1.2 milliseconds, you fucking sound check in 1.2
I
milliseconds. All
actually,
right. If
I
Kanye West doesn't want you to fuck up the audio, you don't fuck up the audio. If Kanye West wants you to find God, you better find that nigga. All right.
Wait, who did you set that to again? Was it a sound engineer or something for the first
It was a
Donda?
producer. Yeah, it was a producer in
He's
Donda
like, "Oh, I'm
who
so sorry." Plus, fuck that guy. You're late to a Kanye section. I'm waking up 2 hours early to make sure I'm fucking
yeah.
ready.
You dare be late for Kanye?
Yeah,
What is wrong with you?
you don't
What is the
deserve it,
matter with you?
stupid bitch.
So, yeah, I'll be on that nigga's. Let me stop. All right. So, with all that being said, let's get into it, shall we?
All right, so we're doing. How do you want to do this? Just like rank
Ten
by
to one.
rank,
Yeah, yeah. Rank
but
or
like
yes.
we
Well,
both say our 10 and then talk about it, and then we'll
yeah,
say, "Okay, gotcha."
exactly. So no, no. So we do it like okay, three, two, one, da da da. All right.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So lead it off, big fella.
All right. So with that being said, let's go with number 10. This is the 10th ranking in Kanye's album. Okay, ready?
According
All right.
to two college jackasses,
Po
post college.
graduates.
Yeah, graduate.
Graduates, post college.
Good
We're not even
morning.
taking. We graduated. Like,
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
okay. So with that being said,
All right, what
number
is your
10.
number 10?
Okay, number 10 in three, two, one. Jesus
Jesus
is
is king.
king.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think there's really that much that needs to be said about it. Like universally, it's always been said before. It's
hmm
it's
It's
your
it's heavily Christian, and it's
heavily.
like whereas further down, wherever you place Donda, like he blends his type of music and Christianity better in that record, whereas Jesus is King is pretty much just a gospel album. I mean, granted, if you like that kind of stuff, I'm sure you would rank it higher. For me, it was just really heavy-handed. It
Mm,
just like kind of like it's almost kind of weird counting it as part of his discography, because it like whatever you
mm,
say about um, any album of Kanye's, like each one of them had an impact in some shape or form. We're still feeling the
right.
after effects of Donda, so those impacts aren't really felt right now, but over time, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But like with Jesus is King, it's just gonna be. I feel like it's always gonna be the lowest one, and it's Kanye like being behind. You know what I mean? Where Kanye is always
Hmm.
forward in music production and stuff like that. Whereas this one, he definitely like this isn't even a step anywhere. Maybe it was just for him. A lot of artists kind of do that, just make albums for themselves, and
Hmm.
if that's the case, good for him. But
I mean, literally all of his albums are for himself, like
that's true. But this one's very heavy-handed with the with
with the Lord.
with the Jeebus.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways,
like
do
I
you have
said, there's
anything to say, or I mean, that's
yeah, no,
all
like
of.
I really just yeah, it's a Christian album. I mean, Follow God was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Close on Sunday is
Close on Sunday
I
was
like
good. I like Close on
yeah.
Sunday.
You my Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, oh,
Close
yeah,
on Sunday. You my
uh,
like he was happy with Kim in that album. So like you got that.
he didn't want to beat Pete Davidson's ass in that album.
Right, exactly. He was just chilling with his family in Wyoming, Wisconsin, like wherever fucking white land it was.
Chill with
But
Paul
well,
McCartney.
or black land, I should say, because he does own it. So, but
Uh,
yes, that
it
is my thoughts on Jesus is King.
Yeah, it's just kind of underwhelming.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to move on to 9? I don't know if this one's
Now,
controversial.
no, yeah, nah, because now it's kind of like the meat. Now we don't know shit
Yeah,
about what's going to happen. So,
I don't know.
disclaimer: this may be the last
Yeah,
podcast.
I don't know. I've switched back and forth between 9 and all right. Well, I mean, fuck it. We're going with it.
All right,
So
so number nine. Fuck it, let you get out the way. Number nine.
down to 3.
Three. Yeah, yeah. Three, two, one.
Yay!
Life of Pablo. Oh,
Wow, Life of Pablo that low. That's
oh,
shocking.
okay. Wow. Oh, okay. Wow. That just see. That's not. Yeah. Nah.
Okay,
Okay. I got.
that's yeah. All right, go ahead. Now I don't know. I was actually shocked that you weren't as shocked as me. Like I don't know your feelings about Yay, but for me,
Wait. Fuck. I think I fucked up.
oh no, oh
Wait.
you dumb bitch.
I think Yay was
All
no.
right, hold on. Number 9. Okay, what's your number 9?
Yay. It's Yay
It
actually.
is Yay. We both have Yay.
So we both
That's
have
our
Yay
number
as
9. Holy shit! I thought that wasn't gonna happen. Oh my god.
yeah. No. No. No.
Okay, I'll edit it so it's where we're at right now.
No. 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 Just
Just
leave
keep
it
it.
in.
All right, let's
Just
just keep
keep
it.
it. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, nah. Okay, so eight and nine is spoiled because those were the ones I was actually switched.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys,
No,
but
you good.
yeah, nah. So basically, for me with Ye,
Hmm.
it was like I for starters, it was short. It was short for a Kanye album.
Hmm.
Usually, I'm not the I'm not against it if it's like usually short or albums are short or long. But when it comes to Kanye's discography, this man always like is on averaging like at least from like 40 to like an hour and a half type shit. Like this man just be pumping in that music.
Hmm.
I don't know why I made that hand gesture. That man just be pumping that music,
Uh-huh.
and usually it'd just be like, we just got like a lot of Kanye to come out from there. With this one, uh, like I'm not even trying to say anything negative about the album. Like I just want to put a disclaimer. Like
No, I.
even though these things are low as fuck, like there's
Mhm.
really Kanye albums are just like fucking great, except
Yeah.
for Jesus is King. But like they're just
Yeah.
fucking like
Literally.
great.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
I ain't trying to be a Kanye dick writer. Like they're just fucking great. Like
well, I'll be a Kanye dick writer. I really like this album. I like how short and sweet it is, but I think the length definitely it's kind of I'm kind of piggybacking off what you said. It's weird for Kanye to do such a short album, but this was during a time when like he was pumping out Kids See Ghosts, he was pumping out Pusher T's out like within a whole year. Like we had like I believe it's like three albums
when
just
you
produced
had
by Kanye.
Pusha T, you had
Nas,
Nas, you had Tiana Taylor, you
yep,
had Kids See Ghost, you had so like five albums
yeah,
basically,
yeah,
all seven songs.
mm-hmm,
But wait, which is literally so yeah, five times seven, 35.
mm-hmm.
Why did I blank on that? 35 songs, which is basically just kind of like Donda and a half. Like
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You're
it's just
actually
Donda
right.
and a
Yeah,
half.
yeah. Which we'll get into Donda, but like, yeah, Ye. Like, I really liked his kind of. I thought about killing you because it's very reminiscent of the song that he did, which never was released officially. The one after, I think it was after the VMAs, where he was like hiding out in Hawaii. He was like, I'm very fucking depressed. This might be the last time you fucking hear me. I forget what the song is called, but like him kind of battling through that. That's an interesting song. And then the cum, the cum bar. None of us would be here without cum.
um,
Has me questioning
yeah,
my life. Uh, as in like
yeah.
where I came from on a cellular level.
Yeah, some of my all mine was definitely a takeaway, as well as like Yikes, No Mistake. Ghost Town is the best song in the album, in
Ghost
my
Town is
opinion.
great. I like Ghost Town Part
hmm
2 and Kids See Ghosts is just fucking.
hmm Okay, but we're not talking about Kissy Ghost.
I
Like,
know, but
fuck.
yeah. Uh, which one? All Mine is really good. Uh,
hmm
which one is the one where he talks to his kids or his daughter? I'm trying to remember.
That was the last one,
Yeah.
I believe.
Which
Or yeah, it was like these niggas are savage, these
yeah.
niggas are ruthless,
uh,
like you niggas are niggas, like yeah, I was a nigga. Like
yeah, exactly. Um,
yeah, can't say that.
but yeah, but I mean, I still really like the album. Like all of these, I love. They're like top
hmm
tier albums for me. It's just this one in the theme department. Really, all you have going for it is like I'm Kanye. I've been through some shit, and that's like the album.
Yeah.
Kind of think there's
So,
nothing kind of deeper than that,
hmm
you know. Um, but yeah, I mean that's what I
Well,
have to say about it.
how deep can you really go when you're just talking about your inner self?
But like sometimes, like Donda has more of a theme than this. I think like Donda is more focused on where Kanye's at and like it's a tribute to his mother, obviously, and then he has like five part two songs, but like it has more going for it. Whereas like this one is like it begins with the concept, it's a strong concept, and then the end just kind of like that's the end, that's it. Where it's like take
hmm
like College Dropout, like that whole ending track is just him ranting about what he's been through, and like that's a really good closer to the
Hmm.
album. Whereas this one's just like, yeah, I don't want my daughter hanging out with, or like, I'm scared for my daughter because guys are really bad dudes.
Hmm.
That was the most white way to put that. I dodged
Yes.
so many
And
laser beams with those
yes,
sentences.
he really does that really big ass laser beam that is like impossible to
I didn't
like
even mention
get
race.
hit.
I didn't mention any. I said dudes being guys and guys being dudes. That's essentially what I just said.
All right. Well, that is our number nine pick for
Oh,
Yay.
let me pull up. Okay. Yep.
All right.
Number
So
eight.
now number eight.
Oh,
So all right.
you're gonna punch me in the face.
All right, whatever. Let's just do it in three, two, one. Life of
808s and
Pablo.
heartbreaks.
What?
I knew that
What?
was gonna get you.
What? Yo, I would have took Yeezus. Nigga, what?
Well, this one I was actually switching back and forth, but
With what?
well, you'll
I,
see.
well, okay,
Why
fuck,
don't you
fuck.
go first?
Okay, fine, whatever. Because Life of Pablo. I just thought
Yeah, fuck you for putting it that low, by the way.
I
Or,
got my
well, you know
reasons.
what? No judgment. I'm not judging you.
I am. But okay, so with me with Life of Pablo, I felt is like the theme of like basing it off of like three Pablos in
Mm-hmm.
Lifetime. I don't know. For me, this is kind of felt like a weak theme, and I guess like the songs by themselves are pretty good. They're really good actually. Like you get like my some of my takeaways from it are like Wolves, Father Stretch My Hand,
Mm-hmm.
No More Parties in LA, Famous. Like it, the list goes on with it. But like it's just kind of like another Kanye album, just kind of like talking his shit in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And we got that still and other picks that are kind of like higher up.
Mm-hmm.
So what's it called? Like that's kind of like just my short take on it, really. That like why I got that like so low.
Okay.
Why you got fucking 808 and Heartbreak so low, huh?
Well, kind of the same thing how you feel at Obey. Like
What the fuck you
this
mean?
is a significant album in Kanye's discography because it comes fresh off of Donda West's passing, which was tragic, and
Oh, hold up, bro. And Amber Rose's breakup too.
and
Like,
Rose's breakup. Yeah,
hmm
Heartless and Amazing are great songs. I'm just not a fan.
Paranoid,
Paranoid's good too. I'm
Love
just
Lockdown,
not a fan
Street
of
Lights,
uh,
Pinocchio Story. Like, do I gotta say more? Do I
I knew you were
gotta?
gonna hate me for that pick. Like that's why I kept texting you. Like you're gonna fucking hate me. There's no real theme to it for me. I mean, there's heart.
808s and
Yeah,
heartbreaks.
I get the
It's
heartbreaks,
literally
but
in the
that's
name, like
but
a
like how
pain.
but like I get that, but at the same time, like it's I will come to agree, and
Had your heart broken?
I'm not saying yes. I have
No,
plenty of
no, no, no,
times.
you haven't. Nah, like
I've
you were the
I've
one that did
actually
the
almost
breakup. Like,
Markeith, so
and you ended it with her. You ended it. Like they didn't like hurt you.
can
You
I
hurt
please?
it.
I was quiet during Life of Pablo. Can you please let me finish?
And I don't
What
know
should I
why
say?
you were, man. Fucking like fight me on this. Like you were like, wow, that's very low, Markeith. Okay. Like, nah, nigga. Like
808s is heartbreaks. Okay, so it's revolutionary for the autotune stuff, but I have never really been a big fan of autotune. So this record is kind of a struggle for me because I get what it's doing conceptually. However, it's tough because I'm not saying it's a bad album. I really like this album. It's just out of his whole discography, he's done so much more, like with concepts, and this one just kind of felt like, okay, just focus on the 808s and focus on autotune and don't fucking drift. And like that, I like Kanye when like in a whole album you can have a spiritual thing, and then you can have something like Power, where it's just like holy fucking shit kind of thing. Whereas this one just felt like it was very narrow with its approach. However, those songs are really fucking good. It's just I just felt like this was kind of him putting himself into a box a little bit. But the song about his
A
mom
heart,
is very
a hurtful
sad.
box, a painful box. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he fucking got his heart broken.
And I'll even go as far as to compliment like out of like breakup albums and stuff like that and heartbroken albums. This is like the top tier one for sure. It's just judging this as all of Kanye's discography. For me, this one kind of feels not weaker, but not as good as his other stuff.
I'm sorry, you just got me on like top tier break, like the top tier breakout. But I was like, have you listened to Igor? But I'm sorry, that's another
I
thing. We're
said
not
one
talking
of.
about.
I'm not saying it is the top tier,
Yeah,
but one of.
my
Like
bad.
they're like up there.
Yeah, we don't gotta talk about that. Hell, fucking Kanye was on Igor too, so fine. He's part of that as well. But
Hmm.
another enough of that though. So okay, that is 808 and Heartbreaks at 8.
Number 7. I feel like you might know what number 7 is.
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. So whatever. Let's just get out
Hey,
the let's
whatever. You're so sore about it. You're
let's
so sore
let's just
about it.
let's just get this out
This
the
is the
way.
end if we didn't ask for this.
Let's just get this shut the way, all right? So number 7, all right. 3, 2, 1,
Jesus.
Donda.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Okay, okay. I understandable. That's very understandable. I That's very understandable.
and yours is very
People,
understandable as well.
people don't like. I get it. People, they don't.
All right.
I
Just
get it. I
take.
get it.
Look at it this way. Like
I'm trying, nigga. I got glasses.
so do I, motherfucker. Yeezus, like, this is when I was first really starting getting into Kanye, and it's like, I was listening
You
to
started with Yeezus?
exactly. Well, I didn't
You started
start.
with Yeezus.
I didn't
Well,
start.
that's your fucking
No,
problem.
no, 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 no. Like Yeezus was the most recent album that had came out um during that time. I think it was 2013. I think.
2013.
And I listened to College Dropout, and I'll be honest, it's like all I really listened to. I was like, because right after that, it was like, oh, Yeezus is coming out, and then once that opening track started, I was just like, where was I? 2013. I was approaching high school. I was like, this is making me tired. I don't understand. I
You're not
wasn't
music.
ready. I wasn't
You
ready,
weren't musically gifted.
and
You didn't have that musical
I'm
sense.
still not because
You know how
I'm
fucking
much
like
more of a film
niggas.
man than I am a music man.
You
But
know how like how them fucking niggas in the Star Wars universe, like, yo, they just get the force. Like they just get that force, and some motherfuckers don't. You don't got the force.
I feel
You don't
like
got the.
this this definitely pushed experimental hip hop. However, I should clarify that experimental hip hop was a thing before Yeezus for sure, but
Yeah, no
Yeezus kind of
shit.
took it like I see Yeezus as a great jumping off point for groups like Injury Reserve. Like Injury Reserve's
Mhm.
albums are like the next evolution of Yeezus, and I feel done better. But Yeezus, you got Black Skinhead, you got Blood on the Leaves. Those are obviously great, but just that. I don't want to keep ragging on it, but that opening track, I'm just like, fuck. And then, like, he even, like,
So
teases a little bit, like, with the chorus, like, na, 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 na. I'm like, oh, I like that. And then all of a sudden, it's just fucking, bro, like, ba-dum, bam, bam. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Um,
yeah,
but
yeah, like,
I understand what that track was trying to do.
don't
It's
worry.
like,
Well, I'll talk about Yeezus
yeah,
in this great light when it gets there.
yeah, I don't know. Like, it's, like, Blood on the Leaves and Black Skinhead are the only things I draw from that. And, the one with Kim K. Bound 2?
Bound to.
Bound 2. Um, but yeah, I feel like this one was more reactionary than all his other albums. It was just like, fuck you, I'm not gonna give you the Kanye you want, I'm gonna give you the Kanye that I want, which is respectful in a way, but it was just so fucking abrupt from, what was the last
My
My
Beautiful
Beautiful
Dark
Dark
Twisted.
Twisted
Or
Fantasy,
I guess
which
if you want to, I guess if you want to get really technical, then like think Good Summer and Watch a Throne. I
right,
think one of
yeah,
those.
it's
But in
just
terms of solo wise, Beautiful Dark Twisted
very
Fantasy.
abrupt. So I'm not a big fan of it. I've only picked like two, three tracks out of it that I'll listen to, and like
Wow.
I really got to get in the mood to like attempt to listen to Yeezus. I'm like, okay, all right, let's see where like even like JPEG Mafia, like he took stuff out of Yeezus, and I'm sure if you asked him, he would probably say that this is his favorite record. Like
Hmm.
like like artists now have taken stuff from Yeezus and like just approved it by a million. Um, but yeah, that's just how I feel about Yeezus. So Donda, I understand with Donda. It's pretty fresh.
Hmm. Yeah. So from, see, you're not fucking fighting me, man. Are you even a passionate Kanye
I
fan?
am a passionate
Like,
Kanye fan, but I also
like, are you gonna
understand
fucking
too.
put your heart to that shit, bro? Like,
Did you
like
just
you know.
Asage on me, you fucking bitch? You fucking weeb, you fucking loser. Get out of my
Are,
fucking
I
screen.
don't even think I don't think I had it in my heart, but that's not the point right now. But like,
Asage.
but nah, bro, like you're not gonna fucking fight me on this. Like, fucking, oh, okay, Donda 7, I understand. Like, no, if you,
Well, because I want to get into Life of Pablo, but like I want to save it for where it's placed in
all
my
right, fine,
kind of thing.
whatever. Okay, so number 7, yes, I have at Donda. Now, with me, yeah, I know you said this was more theme based, but like I think the theme on this one again was kind of a little more loose in its sense
Mm-hmm.
because you have stuff about your mother, you have stuff about Jesus, you have stuff about like Kim, you got yada yada yada, and I guess on top of that. Again, I'm fucking saying the song argument thing is too long.
It is
Like
too.
that's,
It's like 2 hours long.
and then you got the part twos on top of that as well. And it's like, why do I need like second parts to this?
Yeah.
Like honestly, if it was like track, I have like as a highlight like literally that run from track 1 to 10. Like
Yes.
you have a
Yeah.
10 track run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's like, yo, like at least to me, you got like a 10 track. Like I can like go through those first 10 tracks and not skip a beat.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, I'll just say my next pick. What are we on? 7, 6 is Donda. So let's just get Donda out of
why
the way,
the
I
fuck did
guess.
you have the fucking
Well, let's just get.
what's the fucking point? It's just, of like the three, two, ones. I did redid mine because I was a dumbass. You're just like, let me concede. Like, I'm done.
Well,
Like,
just so we
here's
don't
my
have to talk about Donda anymore, because I have nothing to say. I mean, Donda is a good album. It's just like what you said. It's long. What the fuck was he like? I feel like he put a lot of effort, but at the same time didn't. At the same time, because like, what the fuck is that cover? Like, this is about
black.
your ma, and that like, if you were going for like a funeral vibe type of thing with the album, I would understand. But uh, Jail is not a funeral ass song.
Guess we're going to jail tonight.
With fucking, but he throws the mic in like Marilyn Manson is still trying to go in on it, but it's just not happening. Um, you know, I mean, you have bangers on this song. Like
Hmm.
Praise God is really good. Off the Grid is
Red,
awesome. Jail,
Junior,
Junior, okay, okay is pretty good.
Moon,
Oh,
Jesus Lord,
Moon is
life.
fucking awesome. I love Moon.
Hmm.
Um,
And you know what? That was also another thing about this album too.
mhm.
I didn't even put in my notes, but it's like he's not really the star of this album. He is like honestly, it feels more as like a
This one was,
collaborative
yeah,
album.
this one is very. I think this is his most feature heavy
Oh
out of
yeah,
his main
most
works for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah,
Like even at
it's like
Donda
this.
2, now Jack Harlow is in a song apparently.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah.
I did not think Jack Harlow and Kanye would collab, but
Well, I didn't think Kanye or Playboy Cardi, but yeah, and that's another good thing about Kanye too is like his work as a producer, like he just knows like the right people to put in the right direction.
yeah.
And yeah, and but like yeah, at the same time though, an album about your mom
Hmm.
and the man's a fucking mama's boy.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that,
Made a whole
uh,
track called "Hey Mama."
right, exactly, and
Like,
you
I
would think
feel
with
like
that,
that song "Hey Mama" is a better. I don't want to sound like a dick, what I'm about to say, but "Hey Mama," that track is more of a tribute to Donda than this entire album. Like,
yeah,
because really
because
think
you
about it.
definitely know Kanye's mom.
No, but think about
You,
it. You have Donda chant, and then what else kind of comes back to Donda in Donda?
I guess you want to say no child left behind. Like I
Like,
don't
no,
know.
yeah,
Like
no
it's
child left
just
behind. But
please put miracles on
I
me.
mean, yeah, I guess so. Heaven and Hell is a really good one too. It's a short track, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really good. Yeah, I mean that's just a lot, and the focus isn't. I mean, it's there and it's not. It's just more of a time capsule. I
Right.
look at it like this is where Kanye is right now, which is how I felt about Ye, but Ye was weaker than Donta. I feel, but yeah.
Right.
So you want to move on?
Yes. Okay, fine. Let's go number six. I don't give a fuck that you already said it. We're still doing the countdown.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay, so with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
number six. Three, two, one, late
Donda, Donda,
registration.
Donda. The registration is in 6.
Yeah. By all means.
Okay,
Come
why?
on.
Why?
That's right. That's fucking right. Okay. Now,
Tomorrow, today,
I
nothing
was just
to be honest, babe.
I do want to just point out that literally not everything after like six on are just basically like S tier. Like at
Mm-hmm.
this point, these are like my S tier albums.
That's
Like,
cool. That late
and even
registration is an S tier. That's cool. I'm fine with that. Don't.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
fine with it. It's fucking stupid.
Well, okay. Well, you know what, bitch? Let me give you my thing on it. Now,
You
this is
wanted the
Kanye.
heat. Here's the heat.
Yeah, this is Kanye coming straight off of fucking like college dropout,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what's it called? And this is when motherfuckers were like doubting him. These are like people like they were punching down on him. They were just looking at him just like another producer nigga. Just like just the fuck up, Kanye. Just give me
Quit.
beats.
Quit.
Like literally, yeah, like just shut the fuck up, Kanye. Just give me beats. I don't care. All right. And so, after college dropout, everyone's just looking at him like, oh shit, this man is not to be fucked around with. Like this man spit in facts. Even though he was already spitting that fire to you, but y'all weren't listening.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all weren't listening. Like this is like mainly more to
You fresh off that Netflix series?
yes, I am lit.
I
If you
haven't
can't
watched the last
tell.
episode yet, but yeah.
Yeah, if you can't tell, I did. I'm fresh off of the Netflix series.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so basically, but this one he takes a little more jazzy approach to it, and and as late registration, as the name applies, we taking these motherfuckers back to school.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so this one is just kind of more so about. He does like touch on like a bunch of topics too, like definitely on based on like the black community. There's like a bunch of songs like kind of like on addiction wise. Like you got the song Addiction, you got like Diamonds from Sierra Leone.
Oh, Diamonds
Um,
from Sierra Leone is that song is so good, bro. It's
hmm
so good. Like it takes like a lot of rappers then kind of took that sample, but didn't really like it. Just kind of sounded cool, but he literally took that and was talking about the diamond industry. Like, how many
hmm
rappers do you know that will talk about that diamond fucking industry? Like, it's kind of and
hmm
like how he draws parallels. How like you know rappers wear the diamonds but don't even really think about where they come from and stuff like that. And then at the same time, he addresses how hypocritical he is because he's like, well, I'm still going to rock the diamonds, but it's just kind of fucked up how it is. Um,
hmm
and then you have Drive Slow, which is fucking an incredible goddamn song. Then you have, what's the opening track? Tomorrow, Today, the one with Adam Levine.
Heard him say.
Heard him say. Um,
hmm
and Gold Digger, bro, that is the best. Like,
Yeah.
there's sad breakup songs like I hate my life, she's gone. But then you pull up Gold Digger, you're like, fuck that bitch. That is the ultimate fuck that bitch song, like right next to I don't fuck with you, Big Sean. Like those are the big two. Like,
Mhm.
yo, fuck you. But,
Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, now let's say some of my takeaways from this, like, is like, yeah, I heard him say, "We major, gone late, touch the sky, diamonds,
touch the
addiction,
sky.
gold
Oh,
digger, hey mama." Yeah, nah, but like,
hey
nah,
mama.
we major is definitely though like my favorite
Mm-hmm.
from that album,
That one's
because
great.
it is just such like a very like empowering song. Like, just that, just them repeating that line, we major, is kind of like a
Yeah.
mantra that like you say it to yourself too in the mirror, and then like, yeah, you feel fucking major.
Mm-hmm.
um
Also,
what's it
I
called?
think this album has the funniest skits.
Oh
Like
yeah, oh
from College
yeah.
Dropout. Like they're not even
Well,
really
they're the only
close.
two that really have the skits, or
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I mean. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like the we broke.
Bro, I broke. We don't
Kanye,
got it.
he just got new shoes. Kanye, you want to explain yourself? I don't know, man. Like I just got like that shit is so funny.
Yes. But yes, overall though, that is my number six.
Wow. All right, cool.
Whatever. Fucking 808s at eight.
All right.
80.
808s and
All right.
Heartbreak, you mean? Dummy, say the album right. Stupid.
All right. Let's just do
Fucking
five.
late registration, not even making top five ass. All
I
right.
already told you, literally everything after
What?
this
All
is S
right.
tier.
Five. Cool. I guess late registration is since S tier to you.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Five. Okay, so and three, two, one.
Late
808s and
registration.
heartbreak.
Okay. Okay.
You fucking
Art two.
asshole!
Art two.
you, you fucking asshole!
You asshole. What the fuck?
Fucking.
Late registration is such a good album.
And you're at five.
808s and Heartbreaks is good for its time. What it was trying
At
to
eight.
do.
It's
Yes.
808 and heartbreaks
Yes,
at
at
eight.
8. Because
At
8 was in the title of it.
Yeah, 808s and heartbreaks at eight, and you're fucking giving me shit when you had late registration at fucking five.
Because
No,
late
fuck you.
registration deserves the S tier. That's why.
And you were just, wouldn't you just say, yo, get out of my head. Get out of my head.
You get a.
Get out of my
You're in my
fucking head.
head. I'm gonna put up that beat. You're in my head. You're.
Man, I don't know what to think no more, man. Okay, okay, we'll say de-escalate. Nobody's messing with your head. Nobody's messing with your head. Let's just put, no, nobody's messing with your head, man.
You're in my head. From Smiling Friends. That's so funny. Our two most heated arguments.
No, okay.
That's
Let me
really funny.
let me talk my shit now.
All right,
Let me
go
talk my
ahead.
shit about 808s and heartbreaks.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is the one of the ultimate heartbreak albums. Okay, this is one of the fucking. This man has gone through two traumatic experiences, like in a fucking. I don't know when the two are two together. I don't know if they happened the same year or like past month or
Mm-hmm.
so, but they were close together. If they were like in the if this like this is before the album.
Yeah, it was pretty back to back.
Right. So like this man has gone through these two traumatic experiences, okay? Like, and unlike Mr. Sheep over here, who's never been the heartbreaker, okay?
Nah, I
He
haven't.
wouldn't really fully experience the album in its full whole.
What do you even
Okay?
know?
When you have songs like Paranoid, when it's like, baby, don't worry about it, don't think about it, you worry about the wrong things. It was like it's kind of like a parallel between like, oh, you got the paparazzi here that's kind of like worrying about a relationship. Don't worry about these guys. And you could also probably talk about like, oh, it's kind of like the breakup. Oh, don't worry about the breakup. We can still make this work. We can still make this work. You just worry about the wrong thing. You would understand that, right? Because you're a heartbreaker. All right. You ever had someone tell you like, oh, this ain't gonna work out? No. Like you were that was you.
Because I'm
That
fucking
was
flawless, baby. Listen, you just mad because you maidenless right now, okay? That's
I'm what?
you maiden. Do you know the Elden Ring meme? where like literally someone in the in
I try to stay away from games that will cause me like
I
heartache.
same here, but the memes. So like you could talk to an NPC and they're like, you seem maidenless," and like there's this new TikTok meme now where it's like no bitches, and then, like everyone's like Elden Ring just said I had no bitches. Like there's even a point where you could walk up to an NPC, is like, you want some comfort, and it's just like you burrow their head in their lap and they just like pet you and stuff, and everyone's like, you know that clip from BuzzFeed where it's like,
Oh, that explains that Afro Senju like video. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
Well,
Oh,
so do you know that remember
the
that
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed video from a while back where it's like, this is why I fucking hate video games, because it
Yeah,
appeals to the
it's
male
just the
fantasy.
male.
And someone cut that
That's
with the like, do you want me to hold your head?
or, but anyways, back to the heartbreaks, right?
Yeah.
Then you know
Listen.
you ain't got the one trying to hype himself back up with amazing. Then you got back to street lights, like street lights, man. Like you don't hear that shit, and that shit does just fucking like make your heart sink. Like
Nah.
all these street lights.
Because that ends shit. Okay?
I don't
You gotta- see,
music.
well, late registration is better just based on
It's just
just the
jazz.
track list and the jazz.
Just
and
jazz.
the jazz.
Give
and
me
the
the
jazz.
bop.
I like you fucking little bitch. You did not just summarize jazz as bibbity boop bop, you fucking.
As someone that played jazz for 4 years in high
Yeah,
school,
so you should
yeah.
like late registration. You fucking idiot. You're so
Yeah, I like change. I like progression. I
Yeah,
like forward.
same here.
Y'all motherfuckers stuck in the fucking 40s.
See, you haven't
right?
even said Yeezus yet.
Hmm?
Which I think means you like too much change.
Anyway, let's just do number 4. Let's just go
Yeah,
number
alright,
4.
fuck you. Number 4.
All right. Okay, number 4.
Alright.
3, 2, 1. My beautiful
Graduation.
dark twisted. But what?
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 No, what to you,
What?
sir? What to you,
Wait,
sir?
what?
How are you
What?
having My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy not even in your top 3? You're always like one step below. You're always one step. Late registration, a 6. So that's not even in your top 5. And My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Graduation at
Fantasy.
4?
Yes, sir.
Graduation at
And I do think it's better than late registration because it's still the same sound. Well, not the same sound, but still kind of the same. It completes the trilogy that like Kanye set out to do. But in this one,
We'll talk about that. Okay, all right. Fuck
no,
it.
you're not
Okay,
getting
let's-
away with. You're not getting away
No,
with.
no.
Anthony Fantano.
I'm talking about it. I'm talking about
fucking
Anthony Fantano.
Anthony
Like, fucking
Fantano.
mean.
That's you.
I
That's you right
I
now.
told you. These are all S tier. These are all
Same
S tier to
here.
me.
So why are we even fighting that aggressively?
I don't even know. Like,
Give me a fucking headache, asshole.
yo, fuck you. All right. Now, okay. So with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, right? Okay. For me with this shit, like I already told you, every song's a banger in here. So, well, no, I
Yeah,
didn't
so
say
why
that.
is
It
it
was in
so
my
low?
notes. Let me fucking get to that. All right. Okay. Unlike so. All right, with this one, it really felt like, you know, with Kanye, it was more braggadocio. Obviously, it's got that more braggadocio taste to it than like any of his other work that he put out before. And what's it called? You know, and like I fuck with that shit. You know, you got songs like "Devil in a New Dress," which is just like your fucking banger. You got "Monster," you got "Power," you know, "All of the Lights."
All
Like,
of the
yeah.
lights.
Mm-hmm. And like I said before, like everything in that shit is a banger. Like, but like, you know, and mind you, now this is all basically just up to personal taste at this point, because you know, like, and like, you know, I fuck with these songs, but not as much as I fuck with the next albums that come up.
I could punch you in your face. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put,
fucking try, and then
I'm
like,
gonna put you in your face. You did not put my you. That's top three. Like I would respect it if it was top three, but the fact that you like didn't even let it cross that barrier, it just adds more insult to injury. In fact, if you had placed it lower, it would have been fine. But like because you just placed it one below your top three, just all right. Graduation. It's good because it kind of it's still early
not
Kanye,
in your top
but
three.
with a very different sounding song, and it's got Stronger, which is inspired by Akira. I'm a weeb, obviously I'm gonna like it. And you have Good
Oh
Morning.
my God, I'm sorry, I have to cut you off. You didn't even mention Pablo yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
You haven't mentioned Yeezus, motherfucker. All right, cool.
okay,
All
okay,
right, all right.
okay, cool,
I told you this is gonna
cool.
break our friendship. See, you were coming at this level headed from the beginning, which gave me comfort. You were like, everyone has different kind of taste in music, of Kanye and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, Markeith will go easy, and then you just give me shit immediately.
Do I look like a Kanye song? I ain't going easy. Like the fuck you mean? What the fuck you mean, bro? Like, look a
Okay, all
fucking
right. Can I finish Graduation? At least you
yes,
have Good Morning, which is the greatest
maybe.
graduation song of all time, like just hands down. And it's the next progression into what the 2010s were gonna be. The album came out in 2007 with the type of sounds and more embracing electronic than anything else. You got Life is Good, All Life. I'm trying to remember the titles. I
Good
can't.
life.
Good Life. That's it.
Well, you wouldn't think about that because that's only just number four.
Yeah, it is just number four because that's what it fucking deserves. Anyways, it's still a great album, and it's a great cap off to the only reason why I put it above Late Registration is because I listen to Graduation a lot more. Like Late Registration, I respect as an album, and I respect the song selections from that. But Graduation is like my banger Kanye album. It's got a lot of bangers, and it's a great like time capsule. Like he managed to make T-Pain sound good on a track, which is shocking because he was so oversaturated. Hold on. He was just very oversaturated at that time, but Kanye managed to put him in, and he felt like a natural part of that track list. And this is the introduction of fucking Daft Punk, which I don't even need to explain myself. Well, that's fucking awesome. It's an overall, and I like the kind of the art that was going into it. Like it's very colorful, and it's like kind of the direct opposite of like the more dreary colors that we've kind of seen associated with College Dropout and Late Registration stuff. Like Graduation, like this is supposed to be a celebration, and this whole album feels like a celebration, which is why it's really good. However, my top three
It's top
are
four.
the S
Guys.
tier. All right, you put
Oh,
my. All
those are
right,
your S
Mr.
tiers.
Fantano. Oh, I don't know. It's a light 7.
Ooh.
Kill yourself.
I said it was a fucking S tier. Fuck you.
They're
Fuck
all
you.
S tiers.
Fuck you.
Again, why are
All
we
right.
arguing? We're just
Number
arguing about the
three.
placements.
Number three.
Number 3. Okay, here we go.
Number three. Okay. Three, two, one.
Life of
Yeezus.
Pablo. Jesus. Okay, why you think Jesus?
Because it is an experimental banger.
Just because
That
something
shit-
is experimental and new doesn't make it good.
I told you already, dumbass. This is like personal preference at this point. Like, all right, like I can't really choose between these things. So at this point, it's just personal preference. I'm not going over like, oh, this is the whatever the. Now I don't give a fuck what other people think. Okay, this is like I said, this is all just personal preference to me. Now, don't fucking interrupt me. I know you want to, but
I
don't.
didn't say anything.
Just
I
shut the
didn't say a
fuck up.
fucking word.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a real fucking bitch.
Well, I'm a real. No, I don't want to hear it.
You're a
Okay. Now, as I was saying, okay. Now with Yeezus, okay, it is an experimental banger. All right. Now this like shit like broke like is like breaking boundaries with the type of shit. Like motherfuckers were hesitant to be listening to this shit. They're like hearing this and like, what is this? So it's like, but y'all just don't have the force. Y'all don't see
Bam,
the
bam, bam,
music.
bam, 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 bam. Literally the
Like
first track.
you just don't see it. You just don't see it like how I see it. All right, and it's kind of difficult for me to like show y'all
What is
how
the
I see
theme
it.
of Yeezus?
He's a fucking literally in the fucking name. Jesus, God. He's God. Okay, there's a song called God,
Oh,
like
oh,
featuring God. Mhm,
oh. So like
mhm,
he views himself as a god, and this is his power album. Kind of
mhm.
like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, the better one.
See, now that's the thing though. Yeezus in My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, yes, he was talking his shit as well, and he was like again braggadocio, but like also like was also in the few lines of like mental illness. So I feel as though Yeezus is like an extension of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but at the same time, let me finish. Let me
I
finish.
can't make facial reactions like Rue in Euphoria 2.
No, you can't because you're not Zendaya. All right. So no, see you look fucking
We
ugly
are the
doing it.
same. Me and Zendaya are the same.
No, you're not because no, you're fucking ugly. All right, like
You don't have to take it. I mean, we're arguing about music. You didn't have to take it a looks.
yes, we're arguing about
You
music. Of
didn't.
course, I have to
You
take it
didn't have to
there.
take it a looks. You didn't have to take it a
Music
looks.
is my identity. All right, I like I'm as sad as that sounds. It's the truth. It's really my
That's
identity.
that's
I
cool.
like I'll go to a club and be like, this song is trash. This bass
You're
is
that
fucking
killjoy.
whack.
It's like, ew, they're playing Drake. Let's leave this party. Like, no one give a fuck about that music. Oh, they're playing Lil Easy Vert. No one gives a shit. We're just drinking, you fucking idiot. You're like, yo, let me turn on some fucking injury reserve at a party. Like,
I go to fucking
no.
DJ like, hey, can you play some JPEG Mafia?
Yeah,
Mm.
right. He's like, no, I don't want to give people a fucking heart attack.
Why are you playing, starting from the bottom, but you won't play Baby I'm Bleeding? I
Okay,
don't get
so
it.
from a production standpoint, you like this one the most?
Yes, I like from a production standpoint, I like this one. It's very experimental. You mean obviously I'm a JPEG Mafia fan, so like I do like gravitate towards this type of stuff too. Obviously, Blood on the Leaves is just fucking phenomenal. All right. The long waited like drop, like it is so fucking worth the wait. It is worth the wait just for that shit, right? Like, fucking just singing his fucking heart out with the auto tune on that, and then the fucking beat drops, and then you were just the heart is just pumping for it. We could have been somebody. Yo, fuck these other niggas, cause I'm down with my
You
niggas.
just
Them
like it
rock.
because it's workout music.
Like, it was just workout music, man. Like, you should just get the fucking blood pumping in
You gotta
general.
you gotta really be in a mood to listen to Yeezus. You can't just put that shit on.
Fuck, I
Like
can.
like
Like,
like if we were to work out together and I'm like, all right, put on the workout playlist, and you just start playing Yeezus, I'm walking out of the fucking room
why? It is a workout
because it's
album.
just
It's
it's
on.
too much. It's too
It's
much.
no, no, no.
That's my
It's like
biggest problem with the
no, it
album. It's
sound
too
like a
much.
bitch.
Whereas like with the JPEG Mafia and stuff and Injury Reserve, they managed to like still make it experimental as fuck, but still at the same time tone it back a little bit. Where like I feel like this was just a reaction to like him in the fashion business, which I do agree was bullshit. But it's just like this album is pure anger, but like not in a
Sound
constructive way.
fucking too
I
much. Like,
still really like Yeezus. I just want to put that out there.
yeah,
It's just that the placement of this, like I knew it
yeah.
was in your top because I think you've told me before it's in your top,
Mhm.
but like I again, and I'm not a producer. I'm not like in that world at all. I don't even know how to make a drum snare, whatever the fuck. So maybe from a production standpoint, it is definitely better musically. But for me, as your average music consumer, I just I really gotta be in a mood.
All right, whatever. Fuck you. Okay, so
Whoa, Life of Pablo. Hello,
oh
Life of
wow, I
Pablo
forgot about that
does
because
have a
you had it so
theme.
high.
Does have
You
a
had it.
theme because it is a top three. Okay, so at first, this had a lot of problems for me, and I will admit that it took a lot for me to grow on this album.
Oh wow, it took a lot for you to
It
grow
took a
on this.
long time for me to grow
You
on this
know
album.
what took a long time for me to grow on?
What,
None of them. They were
Yeezus?
just instant. They were just instant. Nah. I wasn't like them
You
fake
thought,
niggas.
you thought.
I was.
So wait, you
I
open.
wasn't like
Hold
them.
on, hold on. You opened up your app. You went Yeezus. Let's go. You've listened to College Dropout up to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy at Your Voice, the first fucking track, and you're like, yo, this is better than all this. Like, what?
Yo,
You're
I'm
high.
just like
You're high. No.
I'm listening. I'm
Admit,
listening to
admit,
this shit.
admit that you were just like, on first listen, you were like, ooh, brother. Okay. Wow. We're
I'll
starting pretty heavy.
admit. I'll admit
Do it then.
that yes, I was. I'll admit that I was like, wow, this is different. This is
Stop
okay.
acting like you're the prodigal child and you're like, I automatically get what Yeezus was about. No, you hated it like everyone else, and then
No, I
slowly
fucking
it
didn't.
started growing a fan base, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is pretty good, actually.
I just told you. I also just fucking make music too. Like I
Yeah,
don't
okay,
got it.
that's fair, that's fair. All right, can I go on with Life of Pablo? Life of Pablo does have a
No.
theme because it follows three different Pablos. The philosopher Pablo, I forget his name, and then Pablo Escobar. That's more of Kanye's extreme side, and then Pablo, the artist. What the fuck? Pablo
Picasso.
Picasso. Like it follows that, and then once you kind of realize that and why that, because at first you see the album cover, you're like, what the fuck? Like this shit is like amateur Photoshop hour, and then like you start paying attention to the themes and stuff, and like it's a full whereas Yeezus is just focused on anger and stuff. Pablo, he literally like splits himself into the three personalities of what he thinks he is. He thinks he's a philosopher, he thinks he's a badass, and then he thinks he's an artist. There's three different types of Kanyes, and like all of them are shown in this album throughout the track list. You got Famous, which is the braggadocious like Taylor Swift. I made that bitch famous. That is one of the greatest lines. Literally,
Cool.
like at a concert, he's just like, I've been wanting to say this for so fucking long, and it the line is true that he made that bitch famous. Okay, without all that publicity, Taylor Swift would not be where she is today. She has a lot to thank for Kanye.
Yes, she does.
Yes, she fucking does.
Yes, she does.
Thank God my girlfriend is not watching this because she does not like Kanye West, so she will never know. I mean, I've told her like Taylor ain't shit, but she won't listen. And then you have a better Panda. I don't even know how that's possible. He made the Panda beat a million times fucking better. And you have Parties in LA. You got Kendrick on this fucking album. Like you have so much going for this album. And Ultralight Beams is great. I don't agree with the placement of it. I like the original placement where it was at the end. Now it's at the beginning. But it's a grower. It definitely, you don't listen to it at first and you say top three Kanye. You really gotta listen to it, repeated listens. Now that it's fully mastered and everything, it's just a great album. And again, it's one of those I could just put on kind of thing where it's not like Yeezus or 808 and Heartbreaks where you gotta like be in a mood. Like you can just put it on whenever kind of thing. So that's my defense of Life of Pablo. I am one of two people that have probably put Life of Pablo in their top three. But yeah,
That's I'm happy for you.
you're gonna
That's
be
cool.
so mad with my second pick.
You
You're gonna be so fucking livid.
I actually whatever. Let's get to it.
Wait, I'm
Okay. So
wondering what your number one is. What I probably know.
number two.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Okay, number two. Three,
Two,
two,
one.
one.
College
Graduation.
Dropout.
No,
Yeah. So you know what's number one now. Wait, what'd you say? Graduation? Okay. I know. Listen, my number one and number two, I switch all the fucking time. But like, as I was putting this list together, I was like, you know what? My number one deserves to be what? No,
Wait,
Donda was number 6 for me. What the fuck? Are you
Oh,
talking
right,
about?
right.
Jesus
You're shitting on me.
What the fuck? No, Donda is not my number one. No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No, bitch, no. But okay, so
All right.
who
Okay.
wants
Yeah.
to go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. So you kind of expressed kind of mainly more while feeling graduation. It
Mm-hmm.
is a celebration album. I feel like a fucking champion
Mm-hmm.
every time I play this album. Yeah, I don't feel like if I'm ever feeling down and if I want to like empower myself, I'll just play this album front to back.
Mm-hmm.
You got songs like, Good Morning, Good Life, Stronger, Champion, I Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
Flashing Lights, fucking shit, man. And I know that people for some fucking reason they shit on Drunken Hot Girls and Barry
Drunken
Bonds.
Hot
All
Girls is
right.
awesome. I love that fucking track.
That's what
That's
I'm
like one
fucking.
of my favorite tracks.
Well, yeah, you were at my party.
Mm-hmm.
I had a party I think sometime before this podcast,
Yeah.
and I put on Drunken Hot Girls on it, and people were shitting on me. It was like, why would you put like the worst album on this, like the worst song on
It
this
is not the
album?
worst song. It is not
And
the
I'm
worst
just
song.
like, first off, there are no worst songs on this
No.
goddamn album.
No.
There are no bad songs, so you just shut your whore mouth. Um, Secondly, Drunken Hot Girls, like it has a very catchy melody. It's like a clear and concise song. We done too much shit with these Drunken Hot Girls, and now I'm with this bitch for the rest of my life. Like, fucking Most Def's is like fucking like breakdown on that bridge is just fucking beautiful
It's a
as well.
it's an evolution of Gold Digger, but not as in your face.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you got shits like Barry Bonds, where like just the fucking rhythmic pattern on that is just so fucking like infectious to me
Mm-hmm.
as well. Like his fucking like sample placings in this shit is fucking great. Speaking of sample placings, like do I not have to fucking mention that he sampled Michael Jackson and
Mm-hmm.
did it fucking well? I'm not saying he was the first to sample Michael Jackson, but I'm just saying though, if you want to like see like a good example, probably the number one example of like how to sample like Michael Jackson, it will be Good Life,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It would be that. So, but like yeah, overall though, like you just listen to that song and you just don't feel like you feel like top shit. You feel like the shit. Like or like you feel like you can just do whatever the fuck you want. You graduated. It's a celebration. Like throw your fucking caps in the air and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So why did fucking college dropout number two?
So I gotta say, with my number one and my number two, since I gotta keep it secret, apparently, they are like both at 100% for me. Like they are on equal ground, like completely. But if I have to and I go back and forth on this all the fucking time because I feel like a lot of people's top is College Dropout, and it is for like honestly, like if there was a number 1.2, like they're like neck and neck together. It's just the other one I like the concept for it more, and it's more of an evolution, but we'll get into that when we get into that. But College Dropout, his breakout, I mean, looking at what he had to go through in the new Netflix documentary, like I already appreciated this album, but like now I really fucking appreciate this album. Like you have Through the Wire, the man had his jaw pretty much shut and he still managed to drop bars like that. Who the fuck does that? You know what I mean? And I believe that was his first music video off of that album. And then you have We Don't Care. Like, that's a great song. And then Fall Down, which is like, it was so heartbreaking.
All falls down.
All Falls Down when he's playing that for these like interns at Rockefeller. Or I forget.
Yeah, and
where
they're
it
not
was.
and they're not doing shit.
Like he's even singing to them. He's like with a black woman,
Black female addicted to single retail. Or
like and like that didn't touch you at all. Like what the fuck? Then again,
no, single black female addicted to retail, something like that.
Yep. And then it's a pretty heavy track list.
I mean, at the same time though, it's kind of like They probably weren't
Yeah,
like
they're working a
like
nine to
thinking.
five. They're like just like,
Well,
who
no,
the fuck
not
is this
that. But
dude?
you also have this black dude rapping to you about, oh, you're a single black female addicted to retail. You ain't
Yeah.
got your fucking life together. Like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Like, like they're usually at that time they work at Records, so
Mhm.
they're so used to like hearing about drugs and their bitches and shit. Now I gotta hear this nigga tell me like I'm a bitch, but like in a more detailed in a specific way.
Literally, oh my god, like, yeah,
Like, see, I don't know what's more offensive, like just simply being called a bitch, or just being a bit straight up saying, like, oh, you want to name you're too broke to get a Mercedes, so you name your baby one.
hmm
Like, oh, you're so addicted to retail. Oh, you're
yeah.
so self
Hey,
conscious.
you
You
got
you don't want to finish school. You're afraid to tell your parents. Like, you're saying all this. You're doing all this layering shit
in
to
front of
it
her face while she's
in front
living
of her
through
face.
it.
Bro, I was like, just call me a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Just call
And
me.
he's got one of the funniest songs, "New Workout Plans." That
Yeah.
one's great. Jesus Walks, which is like, even from the beginning, he was talking about Jesus, but like,
Hmm.
he even said, how come, we can't talk about Jesus, but like, it's okay to rap about guns and violence and stuff like that. Like, it's like,
Hmm.
goddamn, that's true, and it's a fucking bop. Um, Breathe In, Breathe Out is fucking hard as shit. Um, then you have fucking Spaceship, which is like, I
Hmm.
love that. Like, I feel like that one doesn't get talked about as much as like Jesus Walks In, All Falls Down, and stuff like that. And yeah, you got great interludes like I'll Fly Away. Um, it's just such like, it just like upon release, like, I wasn't paying attention to Kanye or whatever in 2004. I was like picking my nose or whatever, but like, everyone just kind of knew this was a classic album, and the fact that it took so long to make, and it took so long for like Rockefeller to do anything with it. Like, they wouldn't even give it a
Hmm.
fucking release date, and they wouldn't even like.
Hmm.
He had to borrow studio time from other people, from Pharrell Williams and stuff like that. Like, and it's not just the hype from this new documentary that pretty much is the College Dropout documentary up until the recent episode, I believe, which I haven't watched yet, but from what it seems, it's gonna like go through the rest of his discography. And you could just feel the effort and energy into this. Like, he knew this was his breakout record, and he had to go all in. And there are no skips on this album. It's
Right.
fucking fantastic. It is a genuine classic, and I cannot praise it enough. Like, I have zero negative things pretty much to say about this album,
That's number two.
because number one.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Let's get it out of the way. All right. Number one. Three, two, one. College Dropout.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay. And we know everyone got their own opinions, and you're not really entitled to it. If
No, I
you
am entitled to it. I'm entitled to my own opinion.
sure, why not?
You said that wrong.
No, no,
Everyone
whatever.
knows you're not
No,
entitled to your own opinion. No, you're supposed to tell people they're entitled to your. What are you, fucking
whatever,
Putin?
whatever. You're not whatever. You are entitled. You're not entitled. Like Tidal is a streaming service
It
that
is.
Jay
It
Z
is. It
made.
is. And
But yeah. Anyway, you kind of basically kind of went through everything I was saying about Kanye West. Everything I was saying about College Dropout. Yeah, nah, like Kanye was like hungry for this album.
mhm.
He like I feel like, yeah, this is his most like I'm really striving to like to be the like, not saying like all his other albums like they were like hungry albums too, but like this one was like, this is straight like from like his debut album.
Mhm.
There are no, like, for a debut album to like have no skips, and on top of that it's like everything is like really catchy. You got some serious sides to it, you got some playful sides to it, you got some stuff back and forth. It just really has like everything
Mhm.
in an album that you want to ask for. And on top of that, like, this was shit that no one was like really hearing at the time. Like, he was like really like honed in on that. sampling vocals and like just pitching them up high. And like some like memorable songs too, because like Spaceship is the one you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
He samples like Marvin Gaye's Distant Lover on that. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's like one of my favorite samples, like of how he like does it too. And the 3/4 pattern too as well. Um I'm not in terms of 3/4, I'm gonna again very very musical sense with it. Not that it's like a very uncommon way to be rapping in like 3/4 pattern, and
Yeah,
I
no,
fuck with that.
no, I get it. Yeah.
Uh, hmm but yeah, no, you basically said like mainly what I was want to say about it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Again, I'm a huge geek for the album. I love it.
Hmm.
But for my top one, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is like, to me, this is Kanye's magnum opus. This is like
Hmm.
the greatest rollout of an album. Like you have like literally the artwork had to be censored because like white moms, and yet that image censored still looks kind of dope as fuck. And then you just have the rollout of his short film, Runaway, which is like also a fucking awesome song with the piano. Dun,
Hmm.
dun, dun. It just after that last chord, it just slowly builds up, and it's just it's such. And this is like what I like to compare it to is like how I view To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City. Like they're both very close records, but like Pimp a Butterfly is more a concept album, and Good Kid, Mad City is also a concept album, but like with Pimp a Butterfly, it really kind of sticks to that, and that's how I feel about My Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like you can't really listen to it out of order, in my opinion. Like it's great and longer tracks, but the greatest things about these longer tracks is they don't feel long at all. They just
Yeah.
go by so fucking quickly, and not to mention like the featured artists are like this is like one of the greatest like how Kanye utilizes people's verses and stuff with unfortunately the exception of Monster with Jay-Z's verse. It's like I don't know what the fuck happened. Like he's such a legend, and Nicki Minaj just like tore everyone apart in that
Yeah.
fucking like with the growls and everything. And originally she didn't want the growls in there. Like she was like, "Yo,
Hmm.
Kanye, take that shit out. That shit sounds mad core." He's like, "Nah, that shit sounds so fucking good." Like,
Hmm.
meanwhile, JC's like, "I've seen Godzilla, I've seen Dracula, I've seen the Fishman." It's just like, what are you? What you have this hard ass beat? What are you doing? And Rick Ross just opening up like, oh, just fucking. And then you have Gorgeous, which is like a gorgeous fucking track.
Hmm.
The best opening of any album of all time, Dark Fantasy, is just it's so fucking good. Like it, it's just so strong, and there's like it. Ah, and like just all the music videos accompanying it, and like where Kanye was at this point with, I believe this is right after or like before this album came out, like Kanye's career, because God forbid,
Radio and Heartbreaks.
yeah, like you insult a white woman, God forbid, I guess that's the end of your fucking career or something, because people were just fucking ragging on him, and like I think it was after 808s is when he made that song where he's like, yeah, I think this is the end of my career, and I'm gonna like maybe kill myself. I don't know.
Hmm.
That was unofficially released. And then he just comes through with this, and like with Chris Rock when he does the little sketch, which is fucking funny. It's from the point of view of Kanye's ex, right, or the guy that's cheating on his girlfriend with, or whatever. That's funny, and
Hmm.
like Chris Rock was even like when you're in there, like everyone's wearing suits, and you just like feel a mood. And this whole album is a mood album, and it's just it fucking like I almost view it as kind of like a story, how I feel like Igor like just like taking me through this kind of journey and stuff like that. And Power is, I mean, that fucking shit is, talk about Kanye at his most braggadocious. It's just it fucking hits hard, and apparently it took, according to Kanye, 5,000 hours to make, which I don't know if that's true, but like I mean you could feel
I can
the
believe
effort
it.
put into it. Yeah, I
I
mean
can believe it.
it's just Like, they knew they were making something like the greatest album of all time, basically, or one of the greatest albums of all time. It's I can't hype it up enough. And you put it at fucking 4.
Those are all S tiers. It's just personal preference at that point. Just personal preference.
All right,
I'm not looking towards the world. I ain't looking towards no other niggas. I'm just looking towards what I like.
all right. I could not respect that.
Okay, cool. And I cannot respect your unentitled opinion.
Unentitled.
Mm.
I mean, you gotta agree from a production. Like, I feel like this album really.
I literally told you like everything from 6 up or
Okay.
like 5 up was
No.
S tier.
Yeah. Okay. But like,
I appreciate it.
this album
Whatever
really
you're gonna say.
really influenced other people. Like, Childish Gambino, like, he, like, because of the internet, is the child of, like, this record. Like, and for a lot of people too, you know, it's just so fantastic. And I don't know why fucking Mr. Potato Head doesn't acknowledge its greatness, but you know what? Ed literally released a review saying, "Nah, I haven't changed my mind about it." Bitch. Anyways, that's what I have to say.
All right. And with that being said, that is our Kanye rankings. Um,
Tell us below
I'm
your Kanye rankings and why you think me or Markeith are the idiot. I feel like people are going to go for my neck more, but you know.
and you never know. But well, guys, this was the last Sheep and Friends. My bad. Last, we didn't ask for this podcast. It's been a great run, guys.
We only had 3 episodes.
Yeah, I know. It's been a great run.
Published.
You know, Jack definitely said some dumb shit,
Marquise
but
is some dumber shit. Jesus is not a top 3.
whatever. And but you know, this was we're not gonna see you next week. We're not.
What the fuck? I got the passwords, bitch. I can change him at any time.
Well, whatever, man. Just get a fucking another co-host, whatever. It's like,
I'll get Joe. Joe, what do you think about Kanye? I think he's pretty cool. You want to talk about Goodfellas? I actually think we should maybe do like every once a month we do a podcast where we just go over artist discography. This was a lot of fun for me. I really enjoyed this.
yeah, sure, maybe. I don't know. If I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
you know how like
Having a
people
podcast.
are always like, yo, I'm just sick of like podcasts where it's like, it's my best friend and we just agree on everything. Like, people are like, I just want like a podcast where like 2 friends are just ripping into each other. That's literally this podcast. It's just us being like, you're fucking wrong about this fucking opinion. All right, see you later, man.
You really are, though. Like, you really are.
You really are. Don't even.
No, I'm not.
Don't even. Bitch. I was being all level-headed and cool, and then you were like, yo, why are you getting upset? I'm like, you want to see the anger? You want to see it? Anyways.
Yeah, that's for the fucking content.
It's-
Anyway, that is like, I'm hungry. I want to eat. So that is
Goodbye.
our podcast.
That's literally the end. We'll just go goodbye.